What is your impression so far about the process of the election?
With regards to the elections, there have been hitches, of course, regarding sometimes the late opening of the station, sometimes ballot boxes coming late, but also there's been issues with the officials themselves. But on the overall, if one could give a context, I would say 75% to 80%, the elections have gone pretty well. In any major event like this one, whether you talk of the US or anywhere else, there are always hitches, and it would be expected that the hitches will come in. But I want to bring back to the context of the hitches, particularly that there was a redevelopment. This year we had 3 voting ballots, national, provincial, regional, and because of that, in a sense, that elongated the election process. So it was a different ball game altogether. But secondly, the staff that were employed by the IEC in this year's elections were young staff, which is recommendable, who are new. In the last elections, 2019, the party politicians complained about SATU in particular being the one that was handling the election. So the IEC listened, and then this time around they brought in new people. So that would have caused some of the glitches that we saw, because these are new people, and anytime somebody is new at a particular place, chances are mistakes can and do happen, despite the training that they did get. So overall, I'll give them an 80%. It's a huge thing to do, running an election, and the IEC is broadly known in Africa-wise, if we may say, and as an example of an organization that runs successful elections.
Would you go as far as saying these elections were free and fair?
The voters' right to exercise their democratic voice was given by the IEC. People voted. Let's recommend the IEC. Let's look at some of the stations, for example, the polling stations where there were long queues, where in the end the polling stations, people had to go over the 9 o'clock closing time. The IEC allowed people inside there to continue voting. So is that not allowing people to exercise their democratic right?
Well, I'm asking that because, in some instances we've heard about ballots being found in I don't know if it was abandoned or what, in KZN, and the IEC itself is accepted that there was such a case.
I would like to make a correction on that one. Yes, the IEC acknowledged the lost ballot box. But what the narrative that needs to be pointed out was what the IEC said themselves clearly was that ballot box was lost after the counting. So it had already been counted, the result had already been given out. So it cannot be counted as a lost ballot that was not counted. It was after the counting, after the parties, everybody had signed. So the result is there, basically. So what might be problematic is if there's need to be cross-check on that. But the fact that the other parties signed on behalf and confirmed those results, then yes, there could be an issue of negligence or whatever. But it's one instance of where this happened, which, to be honest, cannot say it will affect the outcome of the voting, because the ballots have been counted anyway. So they were recorded. The results are there.
Okay. I know you're an observer, but the picture that's being painted so far with the numbers coming in, would you say it reflects the voice of the people or the will of the people?
That's a tricky question. Like I'm saying, as an observer, based on, for example, the special votes that we observed, on the ability of people to vote. I mean, for example, the IEC, the second time again, this which they did in 2019, prisoners were allowed to vote. So people did exercise their democratic voice. So whether they voted for party X or party B or party A, is their right to. So or that, I would say, yeah, they exercised their vote, and the numbers are telling.
No, I think we got it. Thanks.
Thank you.